lit. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Test. Test. Testing 1. Test. Test. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. Can you guys hear me now? All right. Perfect. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties always occur at times. My goodness. I prepare. I start everything. I set everything up. I test everything. And everything seems to work perfectly. And as soon as I go live, something happens like a fart in the wind. But everybody, welcome. Did you guys were able to hear the intro? Did you guys were able to hear the intro? Okay. Roberto Fletcher says Robert Fletcher, not Roberto. Excuse me. Says bang bang. We have Chris in the house. What's up, Chris? I was at the game. Oh, what a game, Chris! How was the Panthers crowd? What did they leave like towards the end, or how did they respond? Michelle, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Tanisha's in the house. Let's go. Travis is in the house. What's up, Travis? Welcome. Let's see here. Perfect. You guys can hear me good. Okay, Gabriel's in the house. What's up, Gabriel? How you doing? Welcome to the channel. We have Eddie Woods in the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. We got JBX Y4 and 9 in the house. We got David Williams is in the house. What's up, David? Damian Lee's in the house. What's up, Damian? I want to make sure I don't leave nobody out. My goodness. What a game. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about leading the division. We're going to talk about leading the division, being 3-2, while the rest of the teams are 2-3. The Rams lost. The Cardinals lost. And Seattle lost. Now, out of those 3 losses, I got to admit, the Cardinals definitely gave Philadelphia a run for their money. But Philadelphia was able to squeeze that win and become 5-0, the only undefeated team in the NFL. We're going to enjoy the victory. We're going to talk about the victory. We're going to enjoy the victory. We're going to talk about the positives, some negatives, but we're also going to talk about the injuries. We'll talk about the injuries towards the end of the show. We'll talk about the Nick Bosa, the Emmanuel Mosley. We're going to talk about Debo's injury. We're going to talk about who's going to replace E-Man if they're saying it might be a possible ACL. He may be out for the season. Is it going to be Jason Verrett? Is it going to be Avery Thomas? Who's going to come in? We're going to talk about that. But let's talk about the positive stuff. Let's talk about the victory. Let's talk about going into Carolina and handling our business. Let's talk about whether you're a Jimmy Garoppolo fan or not. Whether you're a Jimmy Garoppolo fan or not. He played pretty decent. He had a decent game. And I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to pop in. If you guys want to be part of the show, I'm going to put the link on the comments. You're welcome to click on the link and be part of the show. So stay tuned for that. So if you guys have anything on your mind, but Jimmy did decent. He spread the ball around to Kittle, to Ayuk, to Debo. Jeff Wilson Jr. ran very well. Surprisingly, Tevin Coleman came in and looked pretty good. I don't know how many of you guys cared or not about Tevin Coleman coming back, but that catch from Jimmy when Jimmy was about to be taken down, and that tippy-toe catch by Tevin Coleman on the sideline to get a first down was incredible. So kudos to Coleman. Welcome back. But my thoughts are this. What does that mean for Jordan Mason? Why isn't Jordan Mason seeing any action? I've heard because he can't protect. He can't block protect. I've heard that because he doesn't catch the ball very well. But when you bring in Tevin Coleman off the streets and he surpasses a player that has been there throughout camp, you got to wonder what is going on with Tevin Coleman. Is there something to really be worried about? I thought we were playing at home because it was so much red. 49ers travel very well. Niners travel very, very well. Let's go ahead and give a hand applause for that. They travel very well. I am so excited about seeing the red and gold there. Thank you, Lucky. Appreciate that. Thank you. David Villa is in the house. What's up, David? Welcome to the channel. Says, what's up, family? Mr. Sickness wiping my feet. Great win. Hope all the injuries are not serious. Well, with Nick Bosa, we'll talk about it more in depth in a few. It's a groin injury. And with the groin injury, it's pretty much week by week. The one that I'm concerned about, and I'm pretty sure all of us are concerned about, is Emmanuel Mosley. It's looking like it can be an ACL, and if it's an ACL, it's pretty much going to end his season for 2022. And it sucks because Emmanuel Mosley and Charvarius Ward have been playing very well with each other. They've been on the same page, and it's going to be sad to see one of them go. But who's going to step up? Is it going to be Jason Verrett? Is it going to be Ambry Thomas? Is it going to be Lenore? Who's going to step up to fill the void of one Emmanuel Mosley? I know, Eddie. It seems like something that just happens to the 40. It's like a black cloud that just follows the 49ers every year. Every year, it seems like injuries just start to pile up. They start to pile up. And it's frustrating because you're trying to win a division, you're trying to make the playoffs, and ultimately you're trying to win the Super Bowl. And that task gets a little bit harder when you're not able to play with all your players. So I hear you. I think Carolina will have a fire sale before the trade deadline. I've been listening to a couple of their podcasters, content creators for the Panthers, and a lot of them want to sell everybody. They want to sell everybody and their mama out of Carolina. So you're right, Damien. A fire sale definitely is happening there in Carolina. Well, at least it seems like it. That panic button has been pressed. Jimmy played well. The line game gave him time. Yeah. You know what? Other than one play, and correct me if I'm wrong, other than one play, it looked like Jalen Moore, the starting left tackle, did pretty good on his own. But the one I want to give credit to is Aaron Banks. Let's talk about Aaron Banks for a moment. Aaron Banks, I don't know about you, but I forgot about Lincoln Tomlinson. Lincoln Tomlinson has been forgotten. Why? Because we've been getting such a good production from Aaron Banks. He also had a good game today. Very proud of Aaron Banks and how he's holding up. He's basically a rookie. You know, he came in last year, didn't really play. So him and Spencer Buford are starting to step up. And Jake Brundle played pretty good today too. And you got to give credit to Jimmy. Jimmy did not screw it up. JBX says, it would be nice to see Jordan Mason get some touches, but hopefully soon. Yeah, we don't know. That's the mystery question. That is the $1 million question, the mystery question. What is happening with Jordan Mason? Why isn't Kyle utilizing this kid? This kid is an undrafted free agent. He made the team. People don't realize how hard it is to make a 53-man roster as an undrafted free agent. He battled. He impressed. He didn't make the practice squad. He was never cut. He made, he made the 53-man roster, meaning he impressed Anthony Lynn. He impressed Kyle Shanahan. But now he's MIA, nowhere to be found. And you got Coleman, which I'm glad he played today. Tevin Coleman, welcome back to the 49ers, played very well today. But the question that arises is, okay, if Coleman came in relief of Jeff Wilson Jr., what does that mean for Jordan? Is the writing on the wall for Jordan? Are we going to see Jordan? What happens when TDP gets healthier? What happens when Elijah Mitchell comes back? Is Jordan Mason going to completely disappear? Because right now that Elijah Mitchell is hurt, right now that TDP is hurt, this is the moment that Jordan Mason should take advantage of to get on the field. The fact that he's not on the field is a concern. It is a concern that Tevin Coleman, signed off the street, has come on and surpassed. Now, people may say, wow, Niner sickness. Listen, Kyle Shanahan is very familiar with Tevin Coleman. He knows what tendencies of Coleman is. And that is true. But if you have this undrafted free agent that made the team, he beat out Trey Sermon. What did they see in Jordan then that they don't see in him now? That is the $1 million question. I'll give all our D-line an A. Yeah, they did a pretty good job. The fact that we lost a Bosa, they stepped up. Now, the production was kind of, I felt that kind of went down when Bosa went out. We're going to have to see how we can manage without him. Kimberly, welcome to the stream. How you doing, Kimberly? Eddie says, I'm worried about losing our defensive coordinator. I'm tired of all the sport announcers saying he's getting a head coaching job next year. That's probably because it's probably true. But Eddie, listen. Let's worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow. We are in the 22 season. The Niners defense is dominating. DeMeco Ryans is at the forefront of that defense. Let's go and win a championship. And let the chips fall where they may next year. Now, if he does go ahead and become a head coach, we will get 2 more third-round picks for him because he is a minority coach. But I hear you. You want to keep the coordinator intact. But when you are coordinating and you are coaching as good as DeMeco Ryans is, it is hard for other teams not to notice. They can't talk to him, supposedly, but we'll have to see what happens. I'm hearing an MCL. I heard it was an ACL for Mosley. If it would have been an MCL, I probably wouldn't be as concerned, but I'm hearing an ACL. Now, if that changed to an MCL, that's a positive note. But ACLs are pretty much season-ending injuries. Yep. He is maximizing what he has available to him. I mean, Kerry Hyder played well. Ridgeway played well. Drake Jackson, hey, come on. Let's give him a hand. Drake Jackson had a sack, but not that he only have a sack. He had a crucial sack on a 4th and I believe 10 or what it was. And because of that sack, the Panthers had to turn it over on downs. I like sacks in general, but there are certain sacks specifically that get my blood going, depending on where that sack comes in. And in this particular case, the Panthers were trying to convert a fourth down. And Drake Jackson came in and sacked Baker Mayfield, making that Panthers team turn it over in downs. Man, was that exciting or what? This kid is special. Drake Jackson is special. He's only going to get better. And maybe hopefully it's not many games. But if we miss Bosa for a game or two, this is going to give Drake Jackson the opportunity to get snaps. And I believe that Drake Jackson will take advantage of this opportunity. Because now that Bosa is going to be out, they're probably going to block Samson, double team Samson, right? They're going to try to double team Samson. So that opens up the lane for Drake Jackson. So young kid, you're going to get baptized into this wonderful defense in San Francisco. And I think he's up for the challenge. I really believe that Drake Jackson is up for the challenge. I really believe he'll handle his business. And this sack that he took today was a very important sack that allowed us to take over on downs. Oops, hold on. Let me go backwards. I was going backwards. Is that true, Beto? Let's go for Brian Burns and Christian McCaffrey. Now, I don't know so much about Christian McCaffrey because look what we do with Jeff Wilson Jr. And now that we have Coleman back, I think we can get the production that we need from Coleman and Jeff Wilson. And you got to remember, Elijah Mitchell will be back. But you got my attention when you said Brian Burns. Brian Burns could be a nice addition, but we're going to have to pay Nick Bosa a lot of money this offseason. Can the Niners fit Brian Burns in this roster and still have enough money to take care of Bosa? But I like that idea, Damien. I like the Brian Burns a little bit more than Christian McCaffrey. I think that we can utilize immediately. I mean, both of them can come in here and be productive. But I think we're okay in the running department as long as they stay healthy. But we definitely cannot afford both contracts. That's for sure. Jeff Wilson Jr. was balling. Yes, he was. The guy was balling. Absolutely. What's up, my brother from another mother? What's up, Kalen from Shifty Niners Talk? If you're not following my friend Shifty, make sure to follow him on YouTube. Great content creator. Shifty's Niners Talk. Great win. Prayers up for all the injured players. The defense is insanely good. Nice to see Jimmy take some shots deep. Yeah, that shot to Danny Gray. I honestly thought that Jimmy G's arm fell off. I was looking at the ground. Where's Jimmy's arm? Where's Jimmy's arm? He threw that in with so much effort that I thought he threw his arm off. And he still didn't get it to Danny Gray. But I liked it they tried. And most of all, I liked that Jimmy did not turn over the ball. Now, there were opportunities. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. There were a few moments and a few opportunities where those turnovers could have been and should have been. But lucky for us, it wasn't. And I'll take it. So 0 turnovers. I think he had 253 yards. So Jimmy had a decent game. if Jimmy plays this type of football and we can avoid getting injured, which is hard, easier said than done, this team can go far. Because let's be honest. Did you guys see any of the Rams game? The offensive line of the Rams is atrocious. They are hurting. They are bleeding. And, oh my goodness, they are on the ICU offensive line at the hospital, per se. The Cardinals, they play pretty good against the Eagles. The Seahawks, even though, believe it or not, Geno Smith is playing out of his mind. He's playing better than Jimmy and better than Russell. But that team still isn't good. Alex, welcome to the channel, my friend. How are you doing? Why did they hold Drake? Because teams like to hold D linemen. Baptism by fire. Nick Bosa gets held all the time. I was watching a little bit of the Rams game. AD was being held, and he still got to the quarterback, and he took the damn guard with him. I'm like, God dang, AD. That is Bosa for us. I wipe my feet, Beto. What's up, Roberto? I always say Roberto. Robert Davis, welcome. Smack that like button. Jeff Wilson Jr. looks good. Mason will get his shot. I hope so. I don't know. I'm about to put Jordan Mason's name on a milk carton. Anybody have a milk carton that I can put Jordan Mason's name on and face on? Have you seen this guy? Because I haven't. Of course, Kalen. You're my brother, man. Of course. Gabriel Suarez, how you doing, sir? I would like to see Alfredo Rodriguez promoted to the O-line. I know as a Latino, that would be amazing. But, and I believe it's Gutierrez, not, unless we're talking about two different players, but the Alfredo that I know, Alfredo, is Gutierrez, not Ramirez. Unless this person you're talking about is completely different. But I don't know if the Alfredo Gutierrez that I know is ready to take over and play on the offensive line quite yet. Yes. Yes, can you believe that? Kyle surprised me today. Kyle surprised me, and Jimmy surprised me. Hey, I want to give props real quick. I want to give DJ Horn to Jawan Jennings. I want to just acknowledge Jawan Jennings, give him his flowers. I believe he deserves flowers today. He played phenomenal. He didn't play much, but he converted. He converted some crucial third downs for us. And that's what we need from Jawan Jennings. So, great job, Jawan Jennings. Just want to give you your flowers, my friend. What up, Beto and the Niner Empire? Wipe my feet before entering. Thank you, sir. And you should too. David McNew, one of my moderators. Welcome. I'm about to make Damian Lee one of my moderators too. He is a faithful follower of my podcast. Avatar Sai, how you doing, sir? Hello, Beto. Congratulations. It was a good win. Feeling bad for Mosley. Yeah. It's one of those bittersweet type of wins. Kind of like the way we felt with Trey Lance when we beat the Seahawks but it was a kind of a bittersweet feeling because we had just lost our starting quarterback that we've been anticipating all offseason. We've been talking about him all offseason. And talk about the air being deflated. Now, the Trey Lance hurt a little bit more than the Emmanuel Mosley. Don't get me wrong. It hurt to hear about Emmanuel Mosley only because this was his contract year. He's trying to make it, he's trying to get his bag. He's playing good alongside Charvarius Ward. They were being a good team. Now you gotta figure, okay, is it going to be Jason Verrett? Is it going to be Emory Thomas? Is it going to be Lenore? Who's going to take Emmanuel Mosley? Not only that, but can he play well alongside Charvarius Ward and have that same connection as him and as Ward, or Mooney, as he likes to be called, had with Mosley? And see, that's the hard part. There's such a connection between Mooney and Mosley since the whole off season. It's definitely going to be an adjustment in the secondary. I think that our injuries are strength and conditioning related. Well, that injury to Mosley, it was more of the turf. If you saw the way his foot got stuck in the turf and his knee kept going, it's kind of hard to blame that on strength conditioning. I don't know. You're probably right. It just, that field was terrible there in Carolina. What's up, Facebook user? Unfortunately, unless you show your name at the end of your comment or you come over to YouTube, I cannot tell, or you authorize YouTube to allow Ecamm, which is the software that I use to go live, to identify who you are. But welcome. It already is, David. It already is, and it's only going to get better. Now, it may take a little bit of a hiccup with Mosley going down, and it took a little bit of a hiccup with Bosa being out possibly a game or two due to the groin. But there's so much depth in this defense. And the way that D'Amico Ryans designs plays, he will utilize and get the best out of those that are there now. Clown Man, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the channel. Bosa just a groin tightness. Yeah, but those things are like, they can just go away or they can just come back out of nowhere. So, I don't know if it's not too bad. I mean, it could have been worse. So I get where you're coming from, but, and then Verrett's coming back. While they were going to extend him on the injured reserve list because we had Mosley and Ward firing on all cylinders. But now that Mosley went down, most likely, I believe they're going to dial up Verrett from the PUP list because they're going to probably most likely they're going to put Mosley on the IR if that's the case. Now, where I'm really bummed out, not so much for me as a fan, but for him as a person, is Jimmy Ward. I'm really bummed out for Jimmy Ward because Jimmy Ward had to miss the first 4 games of the season due to injury. He finally has the ability to get off the injury and be activated to the active roster. He got 2 plays in today and he broke his hand. Now we don't know if he's going to miss games because of it. So even though I feel bad for myself as a fan and for the Niners, I tend to feel a little bit worse for him because he, as a player, I never played professional, but as a player, the excitement you get to be part, because even though you're part of the locker room, you don't feel like you're part of it unless you're playing. For those that played football or any sport, you know what I'm getting at. You know you're part of the team, but you don't feel like part of it, if that makes any sense, unless you're playing. And he started to feel that again, and it was taken away from him like that. So I do feel bad for Jimmy Ward, man. Really? That's an interesting take. I think Alden had a little bit better bend. I gotta see Alden's Smith videos or games, I should say. It's been a minute since I seen him play, so I gotta kind of see him, so for me to remember how he played. So I don't want to say no, he doesn't remind me of him, and then I look at the video and like, yup, you're right. Turdome, how you doing, sir? Jimmy had a decent game. A 109.4 in the passer rating. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at PFF. I'm going to take a look at PFF and kind of get an idea. But before we go any further, let's listen to Kyle Shanahan talk about the injuries. Let me move this back a little bit. Let's listen to Kyle Shanahan a little bit about the injuries. Hold on.
More, the hand never returned. There's a broken hand, so we'll see what that is. Nick Bosa had a groin. He didn't return. It's just tight. Robbie Gould, left knee. He never returned. Most likely just a contusion. Emmanuel Mosley, left knee. They're doing all the stuff now where we're worried about an ACL, but can't confirm it. And Demo had a wrist. He returned. Jeff Wilson had a shoulder. He returned.
There you go. So, it looks like they're going to test for an ACL. Hopefully it's not that serious, but it looked pretty bad. Coleman, built like a Aquan Bolden. Well, I remember Aquan Bolden. Man, was he fun to watch. What's up, Eric Davis? Welcome to the channel, brother. McCaffrey is overpaid and often injured. Burns will be pricey. So next. Yeah, I mean, well, I like to just the possibilities of what could happen. Doesn't always necessarily mean it's going to happen. But again, I'm not a big fan of bringing in McCaffrey because I think that we can do good with our rotational backs. But Burns would be a good fit. Now, financially, that's a whole different story. But as a roster piece, can you imagine Burns, Drake Jackson, Amenihue, Sampson, and Bosa? Oh my goodness. OMG. Let's see. Let me read a couple more questions. Is Jordan Mason in the doghouse? No, I don't. Well, I'm looking for a milk carton to put him on, but I don't think he's in the doghouse per se. I just think his ability to block needs work. I mean, he needs to really work on the blocking, or he really needs to learn how to catch the ball, because those are the two things that Kyle Shanahan absolutely demands of his running backs: the ability to block and protect your quarterback, and the ability to catch the ball in the open field. And if you can't do those things consistently, No matter how good you can run between the tackles, you're not going to get your opportunities. You won't get them. So you have to be able to block and catch. And I don't know if that's the case, but I'm assuming that there has to be something that is keeping Jordan. And it's not an injury, because if it was an injury, it would be reported. Yeah, with the Bosa situation, and it's never good to lose Bosa. I want to make sure that nobody misquotes me, okay? Well, Niners says he's happy that Bosa. No. It's never good to lose Bosa. He's your primary best DN of the NFL, not just of the 49ers. So it always sucks to lose him. But I'm a firm believer in that phrase, the next man up. I'm a firm believer. The next man up. I always referenced the movie Top Gun. You know, when the two fighters are fighting and they're engaged in combat, and they always have that one jet on standby, ready to go, just waiting to get the command. The minute one of those fighters goes down and they give the orders, that plane that is waiting takes off. And that's what I like to see from players when players go down. Okay, so Nick Bosa went down. I don't like that. I wish it didn't happen, but it happened. That's reality. Can Drake Jackson step up and be effective? And I think he can. I mean, today was a perfect example, at least to me. And I'm pretty sure it was to many of you. On that fourth, I forgot what it was, a fourth, 13, or I forgot what it was, but I know it was a fourth down. They were trying to convert it and not turn it over on downs. And who broke through? Who went through the offensive line? Drake Jackson. He was able to get to Baker Mayfield and sack him at a crucial time where the Panthers had to turn it over on downs because of that sack. So to me, that's encouraging. That encourages me that if we have to be absent with Nick Bosa for a week or two, this time for Drake Jackson, it's important for him to take snaps, to play with the starters, to go against, well, he's not really going against Trent Williams. I wish Trent Williams was there, but at least get the steps underneath him, get himself comfortable. So I am with you, Eric. I think he'll play a lot, yes. And I think he'll take the opportunity to get better in the absence of one Nick Bosa. But don't get it twisted. The minute Nick Bosa is ready to come back, he's coming back. I don't care how good he does, Drake. He's not losing. Bosa's not going to lose his job. Not that anybody said that, but Mason will get his opportunity. I hope so. I'm rooting for the kid. I like Mason. I wanted Mason to be part of the 53-man roster. I didn't want him to be cut. The fact that they cut Trey Sermon over Jordan Mason is one or two things. Jordan Mason was very impressive, or Trey Sermon really, really sucked. You know what I mean? Which one was it? Did Jordan Mason really impress Anthony Lynn and the Niners? Or was it that Trey Sermon was he just sucked? And they chose to go with the undrafted free agent over with the third round pick. Our defense scored on the ball. Yeah, they had a pick six. You can't ask for much more. And that pick six was one Emmanuel Mosley. And that's why it's tough to see him Go, man. If we start peaking around week 9, 10, and 11, we will be unstoppable. Think about this. After the bye, we're going to start getting a lot of our players. Now, let's hope we don't lose any more players along the way. But we're going to start getting Elijah Mitchell back. We're going to start getting players back. I can't think of them at the moment, at the top of my head. But we're going to start getting some reinforcements coming back after the bye. So if we're playing good, which I think listen, Jimmy has to play the way he played today, and Jimmy has to play the way he played on Monday night against the Rams. Don't do too much, although he did a little bit more today. Protect the ball, don't turn it over, and get it where it needs to go and put it in the hands of your playmakers, and let your playmakers do the rest. If Jimmy can do that, we can beat Atlanta. We can definitely challenge Kansas City. And the way the Rams are playing right now, we'll beat the Rams at their house easily. And then we go into the bye. And even though the Chargers won today, the Chargers are not very impressive. So what I'm getting at is, as long as Jimmy doesn't screw it up, we can win a lot of games. No, our protection was terrible. That's why Kittle didn't see much more. I tend to disagree with that. I do. Was it perfect? No. It wasn't perfect at all. But I think Aaron Banks had a great game. Brunson had a good game. The one that struggled a little bit was Jalen Moore. And so they had to use Kittle. But Kittle has been used. He was used more today than he was last week against the Rams. The fact that he was out there catching the ball, they helped out. I think Warner helped out blocking. So they definitely did help out Jalen Moore. But I respectfully disagree with you, Eric. I don't think our line struggled that bad. I would have to look at the all 22 to have a better idea of how they did. But just what I saw on TV, I think Mike McClinchy did pretty good. What's up, Luis Moreno? Welcome to the show, my friend. Welcome. How you doing, my friend? Make sure to hit the like button for me. For those that are watching me on YouTube, smash the like button for me. I would appreciate it. It helps YouTube put my video out there so that other Niner fans like yourself have the opportunity to listen to me. I don't know why they want to do that, but my wife listens to me, but she had to marry. She says she only listens to me because she's going after my money once I'm gone. She wants those $2. Yes, Alfredo Gutierrez from Mexico. Yeah, that's what I thought he was talking about. When he said Ramirez, I kind of thought it was Gutierrez, but I wanted to make sure that it wasn't. I knew that it was Alfredo Gutierrez, the person that I was talking about, but I wanted to make sure that the person he was mentioning wasn't a different player. What's good in the neighborhood? It is my boy, the man, the myth, the legend of the YouTube content creators, El Señor Jay in the Bay. What's up, Jay in the Bay? Welcome to my channel. I have the honor to have you visit. Listen, if you haven't checked out my boy, Jay in the Bay, check him out, man. Great content creator, very funny, very good, very smart. He definitely knows way more than I ever would when it comes to football. So if you want gossip, come and talk to me. If you want, no, he's great. He knows his stuff, but he also has a lot of great guests. So check him out and support him if you haven't done so already. J.C. Horn getting hurt helped our receivers. Yeah, he went out too. He definitely. Hey, Jason hurt. J.C. Horn, excuse me. It's a pretty good corner. I don't think he's better than Ward, and I'm not saying that's what you said, Eric. I think Charvarius Ward is a better corner. Am I right or am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. Hey, Niner Sickness, no seas pendejo. He's not better. I like Ward, but no, he's not better than Horn. Or, hey, Niner Sickness, you're right. He is better than J.C. Horn. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate your input. Hit that like button. Smash it. How I like to say it is wipe your feet before entering and hit that like button for your boy. I'll put it on the screen again. Please wipe your feet before entering and smash that like button for your boy. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for your boy. Niner Stickner would truly appreciate it. Mosley will be back. I hope so. I really, really do. I'm not going to argue with that. If you think he'll be back and he comes back, hey, more power to that. Emory Thomas will be out there. I think it's going to be Jason Verrett, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe a little bit of both. The NFL is a multi-billion-dollar industry. There should not be even one field with asterisk. Oh, yeah, that's a whole different podcast there, Robert. Especially in MetLife. MetLife, to me, is the worst. But that's a whole another hour of content just on that topic alone. You know what? I'm going to look at the all-22 and then I'll reserve the idea whether I agree or disagree with you, Eric. I want to look at the all-22. I think it was a turf. Let me know in the comments. And it's not a competition. It's no competition between me and Eric. It's just getting the facts right. It's just us getting clear what a lot of us saw. Eric says he doesn't think that the injury to Mosley was in the turf. I think it was. Let me know in the comments, okay? Was it the turf that caused that injury or wasn't it? Please let me know in the comments. I would appreciate that. That would be nice. I mean, I'm not arguing if he steps in and plays well. I can see this. I can say this with all my conviction. The Niners make the best offseason acquisition of the year when they signed Charvarius Ward. When they brought him in as a free agent, that was one heck of a signing. Charvarius Ward, Mooney, as he likes to be called, has been living up to the hype. He has been living up to the hype. He has been, I mean, the way he played today. Oh my goodness. Mooney was on fire. So was Mosley. That's why it stings to hear this about Mosley. And I hate injuries. I hate injuries. I really, really do. And it sucks that it happens. I know it's part of football. I know they're going to happen. But I feel bad. Not necessarily for me as a fan, because we may lose or not lose games. I feel bad and hate injuries because of the players. That's money taken away from their children's mouth. So, bad luck for Jimmy Ward. Yeah, talk about bad luck, all right. How do you miss 4 games, finally get activated to the active roster? You're fired up. You're in the locker room. You're going to play. You're excited. And 2 plays later, bam. Te cortaste la pinche mano. There goes your hand. Now you may be out for a couple more games. That sucks. That's what I like to say. Puro pedo. Puro pedo. Secondary should be fine. We are getting a little thin in D linemen. Well, we only okay. Well, Eric Armstead is coming back, for what I heard. I don't know what to. I'll be honest. I'm not even going to touch the. I'm not even going to speak on it. I don't know what's going on with Javon Kinlaw, but I do know this: a man that suffers with chronic pain. Now, I don't have chronic pain on my knees. I have it on my back, but I'm a big guy myself. I can understand the extra weight, how it can go against you. Even though Javon's more muscle, but it's still weight pressing upon his knee. And when you have chronic pain, it doesn't go away. Chronic pain, you can only manage it. You can try to contain it, but it never goes away. So, I don't know what to expect from a Javon Kinlaw, honestly. I don't know how I feel about that whole, they knew about his knee, they took a chance, bunch of stuff, and I don't know. But that's definitely for another conversation. Steven Ortega's in the house. What's up, my friend? Hi, Niner Sickness. I am happy the Rams, Seahawks, and Cardinals lost. Absolutely. Let's give a 49er touchdown for that. Come on now. San Francisco. Let's go.
Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. The Seahawks lost. The Cardinals lost. The Rams lost. We won. We're numero uno. We are numero uno in the West. We control our own destiny. The Rams, they are, I mean, that offense is atrocious. They got issues. Earlier, Eric made a comment that our line struggled. I guarantee you that the Rams will take every player we have on our offensive line over what they have over there. Because they can't stop and protect Matthew at all. Matthew got sacked 5 times again today. He got sacked 7 times from us and 5 times from the Cowboys. That's 12 times in 2 games. 12 sacks in 2 freaking games. How long do Ram fans think that Matthew Stafford can last getting sacked that many times? Daniel Cantu. What's up, my brother from another mother? ¿Cómo estás? Welcome to the channel, my friend. What's good? Man, I am behind on these messages. My apologies. Niner Sickness, I am worried who's replacing Mosley. We're going to find out. It's either going to be Verrett or Thomas. Maybe D'Amico can play some corner. Demo, yeah. We got to talk about Demo. And listen, if they keep Demo at slot, don't sleep on. Honest, this is my opinion on Samuel Womack. Just because he's short, he plays very good on the outside. Okay, Samuel Womack plays very well on the outside. So don't be surprised if you see him out there. What's up, Tommy? Tommy's in the house. Cubo. I disagree. If you watch college, if you watch tape on Womack, he played a lot outside. Go check it out, my friend. Never sickness. Niner sick. Never. Okay, it's getting about that time. Niner sickness. Coleman is going to help us. Listen, if Coleman can play the way he did today, heck yeah. Because the combination between Coleman and Jeff Wilson today was fire. That was lit. My goodness. Jeff Wilson Jr. and tag teaming with Coleman was an awesome tag team. And they look good out there. So, hey, let's go. Let's go, man. Emory Thomas will be the corner on the outside. Okay, we heard you. You said it like 15,000 times. Orale. Your boy Emory Thomas is going to play on the outside, eh? Simone. My dad will beat up your dad, eh? Ah, my goodness. Robert Davis says, Tommy, hope Embry is up to the task. Me too. Don't get too hooked on Coleman. He isn't that. See, that don't sound like you, Eric. That sounds like somebody me and you know. I'm not going to mention that person's name. But that sounds like you're repeating something that someone else says about this particular player. Because what I saw in Coleman today, I'll take it. And I'm not asking Coleman to be the lead block back for this team. I'm not saying he's going to be an all-pro running back. But if we can get the production that we got from him today every game, heck yeah. Let's go. I'll take it. Twice on Sunday. You're saying that Coleman's pass protection is terrible? I don't know about that. You know, I'm not even gonna explain myself on that particular comment. I'm gonna let the people watching the video comment whether they agree with you or disagree. Respectfully, is Tevin Coleman, in your guys' opinion, is he pass protection? Is his pass protection terrible? Is he just simply a good pass catcher? Do you guys agree or respectfully disagree with Eric Davis? Please let me know in the comments. I am interested on knowing that. Nick Jones is in the house. What's up, Nick? Welcome to the channel, my friend. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you. Your Niners got lucky. Our Rams only lost today because we let the Cowboys score. Well, Nick, all I can say, based on what I saw, the Rams were very generous. I can get if your comment is correct, then the Rams that I saw today, they were very generous to the Cowboys. They were like, here, take this. Here, take that. Stop us here. Don't let us score here. I mean, you guys were just, it felt like Christmas today if that's the case, because the Rams couldn't do crap against the Cowboys defense. They struggled. 10 points. I mean, the Rams only had 9 points against us and only 10 points against the Cowboys at home. The so-called defending Super Bowl champions can only score 19 points in 2 games. I don't know, my friend. Tamiko Ture, Kerry Hyder, Ameni Hugh, Drake Jackson should step up. You know what? I forgot about Kamiko Ture. I completely forgot about him because I know we cut him, but he cleared waivers and we brought him back, and he's on the what do you call it list? Yeah, let's activate him and utilize him. Absolutely. Well, one day at a time, my friend. We're going to enjoy our victory today, just like you're going to enjoy your loss today. Melissa está en la casa. What's up, Melissa? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. I have come to these comments so late, you're probably already gone. But if you're still here, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Clownman says, tapping them string. Yeah. Yep. Shylock, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Jimmy is the reason for the season. You know what? I'm not going to hate on Jimmy today. Jimmy was so decent today. He was so decent and played decent that I'm going to respectfully trying to hold my composure and restrain from making an idiotic comment about one Jimmy Garoppolo as a courtesy to him playing the way he played today. But if he screws up next week, all bets are off. As much as I despise gold, this loss, gold, this loss scare. Oh, losing Robbie Gold. Yeah. The fact that he was, just the fact that he had to be in there on those plays. That wasn't the first play. That's the play that we emphasize on is the one he got hurt. But a couple of plays before that, he had to step in as well. What's going on with our special teams? It was supposed to be better. It is better. Don't get me wrong. But, man, we gave up some yards today. Y no me gusta. I don't like that. Yep, I agree with you. See, we agree with each other, Eric. Trey Henderson's in the house. Gubel, what's up, Trey? Welcome to the channel, my friend. Mason is a dog, and we all know it. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm a big fan of Jordan Mason, but where is he? He's nowhere to be found. And the fact that Coleman played today and became the second quarterback on the roster, it makes me wonder what's happening with one Jordan Mason. Oh yeah, he's definitely getting the bag. This injury is not going to deter. It's not going to cost us any less money to get him. He's still going to break the house, literally. The Niners are going to have to get a loan. 1-800 loan. We need some of your money to pay Bosa. That defense is good. Number 11 is pretty good. Number 7, he's okay. Number 21, he's not the same. I can agree with you in the sense of the run game when it's Pollard. I think Pollard is now better than Ezekiel, in my opinion. A lot of kickers are missing field goals. I watched the Alabama game. Yeah, I seen that yesterday, and he missed 2 cheap shots. Every player is going to have an off day, for sure. I'm pretty clueless to a lot of things. My wife would testify that I'm very clueless. Can you be a little bit more specific? Because I have short-term memory as well. And let me know exactly what it is. I probably agree with you. I'll probably agree with you 100%. That's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing either blocking or not catching very well. And again, if you're going to play in Kyle Shanahan's system, particularly the running back, you got to be both, if all possible, but at least a good pass blocker or a good catcher. But if you're not neither, even though you're a good runner between the tackles, it's going to be hard to see playing time, for sure. I talked about him earlier, but I'll definitely bring him up a little bit longer. I gave him, if you watched my show way earlier, I gave him his flowers. I definitely spoke about Juwan Jennings, gave him his flowers. He converted, I believe, 2 crucial third down for us, if not 1 for sure. I think it was a 3rd and 8. So kudos to Juwan Jennings, 100%. The man deserves flowers. Absolutely. I agree. He has his drops, but who doesn't? Which receiver doesn't have their drops, right? But I like Jennings. I agree. I like that, Eric. 100% agree with you again. 1 week at a time, on to the Falcons. And we can't sleep on the Falcons, ladies and gentlemen. Although the Falcons got their butt kicked against Tampa Bay. I don't remember what the score was at the end. But that defense for the Falcons is no joke. I don't know if they're better than the Carolina Panthers. But, yeah, the Niners got to make sure they don't sleep on. I think the game against Atlanta is going to be another good fight. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think the Niners are going to go into Atlanta and just blow them out. I think it's going to be closer than it was in this game. And I'm pissed, by the way. The fact that we gave up 15 points on our defense, I don't like it. I know 15 points is not a lot. I know that. But I'm starting to get a little, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but where I expect it already because it happens a lot. I think 15 points was too much. But it is what it is. Texas Rattle, how you doing? 2011. Welcome to my channel. Sea Chickens and the Lambs lose. Heck yeah. They lose. And the Rams got destroyed by the Cowboys. The Rams are not oh my goodness. They don't have nobody to throw to. And listen, I'm not going to get into this Rams because that was last week, but Ram fans, well, we only have our tight end and Cooper Kupp. Once we sign OBJ, once OBJ comes back, because we have a gentleman's agreement, we're going to be better. If I was OBJ, okay, loyalties only go so far. If I am OBJ and I see how bad that offensive line is, and I see how bad Stafford's getting killed, and I have the opportunity to either go to the Bills, yeah, I don't see him going to the Rams. So all these Ram fans, wait until not if we get OBJ, hoping we get OBJ, but when we get OBJ. They're so confident. But I think that confidence comes from desperation. They're desperate. And when you can say a lot of dumb things during a desperation moment. Hey, Rams, whose house? Niners house. Levi South. That's right, Robert. 100%, baby. Whose house? Niners house, baby. I love George Kittle and Debo. It's great, but why do their ball handling when it counts isn't a bigger deal, but a few turn on Juwan because you know what? I don't really want to get into it too much because it's honestly, it's for a whole new segment and a whole new live to really break it down. But people can be very naive and stuff like that. Like they have Kittle. Kittle's popular. He's a popular kid. Kittle has always been the popular kid, and Juwan Jennings is kind of like that. I want to say nerd, but he's kind of like that between. You know what I mean? Like he has potential, but he's not really a nerd, but he's not really the popular kid. So they still kind of pick on him a little bit. I don't think it's fair. I think Juwan Jennings is an excellent receiver. Just he needs more opportunities. And the more opportunities he gets, the better he'll become. But that's me. Yeah, he's a great blocker. Absolutely. Coca-Cola is the best. The only Coca-Cola that I ever really enjoyed when I was a kid, it was white. Not no more, though. Not no more. No offense, but I don't want the Rams Stadium. They let Dallas come in and crap all over it. You ever seen that picture where the dog's taking a dump? That's kind of what I see the Cowboys did to the Rams today. They went into their house and took a dump. Gracias, Melissa. Thank you. I gotta give me some more. I like to support Brad from SF 49ers and get my hands through him. Solo possession of first place. Heck yeah, baby. We're numero uno. We're number one. What's up, Jag? How you doing? ¿Cómo estás? Beto, I wipe my feet. Thank you. Our offense put 30 points. Defense played great. Only bummer was our injuries. Yeah, that's the bittersweet part of the whole deal today. But you know what? As much as it hurts, injuries are part of the game. It sucks. But let's enjoy the victory, man. Let's enjoy. We're number one in the West. We control our own destiny. I don't fear the Rams. I don't fear the Seahawks. And definitely don't fear the Cardinals. This division belongs to the 49ers. And it is up to the Niners to keep it or give it away. And I got a feeling they don't feel like any type of charity coming along anytime soon. Yeah, he was hurt all last year. So you're right about that. Mooney has been light. Oh, yeah. He has been definitely the best add-on that we had this offseason. Yeah. Yep. I hear you, Melissa. Injuries just suck, man. It takes away from the player. It takes away from them opportunity. Like, E-Man was going after the bag. He was the more productive he would have been this year, the better bag he would have got. And even though as a Niner fan, you know, I want Niners not to pay too much money because I want a lot of players not to leave. I want them to be here. But I am for a player getting their bag. Because as much as I love my 49ers, and I do have the emblem of the 49ers, if you don't play well anymore, an organization will get rid of you. Poof. Like a fart in the wind, you be gone. So when you have the opportunity to get your bag, go out and get your bag. You're welcome, Jay. Jose Avila, where have you been, my friend? Good to see you. To be honest with you, I wouldn't change nothing. Keep it rolling. Verrett and Ward should sit and rotate. Why would Verrett rotate with Ward? Can you explain that to me? I'm a little confused with that comment. Niner Sickness, were you shocked Cardinals lost to the Eagles? I was shocked that they were close on beating them. The fact that they lost to the Eagles didn't shock me. The fact that they were in the fight and kept it close is what shocked me. Because the Eagles are playing damn good football. So maybe the Cardinals is not as bad. You know. But as an NFC West guy, as a 49er faithful, I want to see listen, I'm not a Cowboy fan. I'm an old school Niner. Grew up in the 80s, 90s. Hated the Cowboys with a passion. It was always the Cowboys and Niners and Cowboys. That's all that mattered back then. The rivalry was strong. It isn't there now, but it was then. So the hatred for the Cowboys has always been there for me. And people ask me, Niner Sickness, who are you rooting for? I go, I'm rooting for neither team. If they both tie, I'm happy. But if one team has to win, I'd rather be the Cowboys. Because even though I dislike the Cowboys, they're not in my division. They don't affect my division. Having the Rams drop another game is beneficial to my 49ers. So I will always choose whatever team plays anyone from our division to win for that particular week. Turf Monster. Okay, this is the question that I asked about an hour ago, and I apologize that it took me so long to get to these comments. You guys are just on fire tonight. Quite a few of you tonight. Turf Monster. I'm no Jimmy fan, but he played well. Yeah, he played and converted some crucial third downs. Absolute third and longs too. I just got a feeling that Jimmy's getting his feedback. Maybe Jimmy wasn't lying. Maybe the offseason not being there in the offseason, not participating in training camp. It made a difference in Jimmy in that game against the Broncos. Now he's starting to get his feet underneath him, and we're starting to see not so bad Jimmy. Mooney got all the smoke. And I'm assuming you mean that in a positive way, right? Because I'm sorry, I'm an old man. Sometimes I'm not hip with all the new slangs. So I don't know if that means something positive or negatively. Please let me know. I'm an old vato from the hood. Mooney is a steal. Absolutely. Mooney and Gibson both. You know what, Melissa? That's a very valid point. I spoke highly, although Mooney is still the lead dog acquisition of the offseason. But you're right. Gibson isn't too far behind him because he's been playing out of his mind as well. The fact that Gibson is playing so well, even though I wanted Jimmy to come depth in our secondary, it still sucks that we lost Jimmy Ward. But it's nice to have Gibson playing the way he's playing right now. He's balling. Finally, apparently the depth in the second Super Bowl, baby. It's still early, but definitely I'm feeling your vibes. I'm feeling your vibes, man. It makes me get excited. Danny Gray needs to be used more in the return game. We are not getting much. You know what? Ray, an exception for that one play last week against the Rams. You know what he reminds me of? And I hate to say it, but he reminds me of that receiver. What was his name? We got rid of him. I mean, that guy was a statue. Every time the ball was punted to him, he was like a freaking statue. I can't remember his name, but you're right. We need to get something happening back there. Wait until after the doctor looks at Ward and Mosley. We will hear in a couple of days. Correct, and I agree with you. Let's be optimistic. Let's be positive. And let's think the best until we hear different. I think Hyder will play more in the inside and Trey more on the outside on the rotation. Kinlaw is starting to sound like D4. Ooh, that hurts. That's for another conversation, Eric. I'm not disagreeing completely, but that's definitely for another show at another time. That's a good topic, though. That's a very good topic, Eric. Kinlaw has fluid in his knee. Yeah, chronic pain. Chronic pain is that fluid, man. Even if you drain it, it keeps coming back. Mooney is the, yep. Yes, he is. Thank you for still hanging out here with me, Jay. Means a lot, brother. Niners solo possession of first place. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's go, baby. Look who it is. Now I can end the show peacefully. It's my brother. He's probably been here for an hour. I just barely seen his comment. But my brother from another mother, the man, the myth, the legend. Señor, No Border Sports. ¿Qué pasó, Ryan? How you doing, brother? Thank you for hitting that like button. Appreciate it, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Real quick, let me get right back to it. We normally have it on my friend's Niners First Take, Aaron, channel. I know a lot of you know who he is. Great friend of ours. We have a show on Monday nights, and we go live at 6. Come and check it out. If you're not following Aaron on 49ers First Takes, please follow him. Make sure to hit that bell so you'll be aware of every time we go live. We go live every Monday at 6. There's 4 of us. It's myself, Ryan, Bashar, and Aaron. So check us out. We talk about the game, what occurred in more depth. And it's not just listening to me, but you're getting perspective from 3 other people. So come and check it out. Oh, I know, huh? Jordan Willis is on IR. Yes, he is. He will miss the next 1 and 2 games. We'll see his availability within a month. Hopefully the Niners will open his practice window. How many games have he missed already? 2 of them? If I'm not mistaken. Dina, I'm finally catching up here. Dina's in the house. What's up, Dina? Welcome. Welcome, Dina, on this Sunday evening. Stafford gonna get broke. Listen, 12 sacks. 12 sacks. Oh, man, I'm so close to the mic, I was about to eat it. 12 sacks between the Niners defense and the Cowboys today on Stafford. I can only imagine how many hits and hurries they were in between the Niners and Cowboys on Stafford. That offensive line is trash. They can't protect them. And he can't get rid of the ball quickly because he only has 2 players to give rid of the ball to. So the Rams are in shambles. And even though the Ram fans are still in denial and showing me all this, it's funny, every time I talk about the Rams, how bad they're playing, they show me the banner, the Super Bowl banner. Yeah, they won a Super Bowl. Hey, more power to you. You won the Super Bowl. But that was in 2021 season. That's behind you. What have you done for me lately? It's what the reality that we live in. What have you done this year? You won the big one last year. Good for you. What are you doing to repeat? Well, you got your butt kicked by the Niners, and you got your butt kicked by the Cowboys. Your offense is in shambles. You can't protect your quarterback. You only have 2 people you can throw the ball to. Your running game doesn't exist. But you're going to repeat. Hey, knock yourself out, Ram fans. Let me show you guys a little bit. If I happen to have a Rams fan in here watching my show and hanging out, do you remember this, my friend?
Another 100 yards against the 49ers again for Cooper Kupp. This one is juggled pick. There goes Hufanga. Touchdown, San Francisco. Pick 6. $15-point game. Talanoa Hufanga, second-year pro from USC, becoming a force in the NFL.
For those that are watching or hanging out, Womack could play in and out of. Yeah, that's what I would say. He played outside. People say he only played inside. Womack played a lot on the outside, and he's very good on the outside. I agree with 100%, and I've been preaching the same thing, Senor Avila. Coleman knows this offense, and he knows how to read the zone run. Yeah, he left and didn't look good, but he knows our offense. He knows our offense. I think that's what you meant to say, and he can kill it. See, I'm not that smart where I can read if you didn't write it right, where my brain automatically fixes it for you. So I make you sound good even if you didn't write it right. Me, I'm a pendejo. I read it the way you write it. So if you didn't write it, I read it that way. So my apologies for that. I'll be like, he took out and knows our offense. So please forgive me for that. Coleman is trusted. We need more rotation at running back because these guys being run into the ground. That's one thing that Kyle Shanahan definitely has been criticized for, is running the running backs to the ground. Look who it is. My friend, Jim Foster. How are you feeling today with 2 losses back to back? You lose to the Niners and you lost to the Cowboys. 1994 and 2021 is the same thing. It's in the past. It's in the past. The Niners are built better right now to achieve the goal more than the Rams this year. So, 1994, my friend, and 2021, it's the same. One's just more recent than the other, but they're both history. History. In the past. In the rear mirror. What have you done for me lately? It's what matters. But welcome to the channel, Senor Jim Foster, the #1 Ram fan. Let him have it, Jose. Eric's my boy. I love Eric. Tell him how you feel. You're lucky person got a growing injury and Bruley would have been hella worse otherwise. Tell him, Melissa. Tell him. I don't. Juice does so much. I don't. Juice does so much more. Mike Glee, how you doing? Glee, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Haven't allowed 20 points or more. Yeah. I was disappointed we gave up 15. To be honest with you. I'm like, no, not 15. But it is what it is. Welcome to the channel. Are you in your mom's basement? See, now that sounds to me like a personal attack. And I don't know. I don't mind. You talking trash about my team. You want to talk trash about the Niners. You dislike the Niners. That's fine. But not that I owe you any explanation. You're going to have your opinion and you're entitled to it. But I'm just going to say, no, I'm not in my mom's basement. Keep it cool. Keep it, unless you don't care about being blocked, let me know now. And I can have one of my, I'm not even going to do it. I'm going to have one of my guys block you if you're going to be disrespectful like that. It's not my fault your team sucks. It's not my fault that your team can't protect if their life depended on it. It's not my fault that Mr. Stafford is getting his ass kicked and beat up. That's not my fault. Go and talk to your offensive line. Maybe they're living with their mother's basement. That's why they can't protect. Rams are one and done, just like we said being this season. They are too top heavy, and yep, I agree. Yep. They sure are. Yeah, I believe that George Kittle is a little bit more important, but I think Juice is just as important. And the most beautiful thing there is, Melissa and Eric, they both are on our team. That's the beauty of it. Well, good luck with your Dodgers, and enjoy the game. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the Dodgers, because if there's a team that can possibly give you another championship, it's probably be the Dodgers over the Rams. But have a good evening, Jim. Take care of yourself, my friend. And like I said, as long as you keep it cordial, you're always welcome here in my channel. The R's. Roberto. Eric. Now I'm sounding like an idiot. New season, Jim, but time feels better. ¿Verdad? Tell him. This is football. You're going to screw up the thing that is how... Okay, now I'm reading like a pendejo. This is football. You're going to screw up the thing that is how do you respond. And Jimmy has had many bad games, but Jimmy knows how to respond and to be a professional and win. Correct? All right. I guess he doesn't learn his lesson. Can somebody have the honors and send Jim Foster bye-bye? Can somebody do me the favor and one of my moderators have the honors of getting rid of this guy? I'm not going to bring his post that he brought up, but he's back to the name calling, and I'm not going to be disrespected. And damn sure I'm not going to be disrespected in my own podcast. So can one of my beloved moderators go ahead and block one Jim Foster? If you can't act like an adult, you don't need to be here. Like I said, you want to attack the Niners? Niners suck. Joe Montana sucked. Steve Young sucked. Hey, more power to you. You stop making things personal because you're butthurt because your team is not playing well. That's immaturity. And you're saying that I live in my mother's basement when you're acting immature by revolving to name calling. So if somebody can do me that favor, I'm behind on the comments. You guys probably already did so, but please send him on his way, because I'm not going to deal with an angry man that doesn't know how to be respectful. Pollard has been better and very long. Yeah, he's been playing, definitely been playing better than Ezekiel. Yep, definitely better. Ain't it funny how Lamb fan is calling us lose? Yeah, I hear you, man. It's just for somebody to make the quote of whether I live in my mother's basement, and then they write the things they write as a full-grown man. You got to wonder. I mean, I don't care how bad my team loses to the Rams or to the Cowboys or to the Raiders. It's never going to get me to the point where I'm going to disrespect another human being personally. Now, when someone gets to that level, psychologically, I believe there's something wrong. Maybe your mama didn't give you enough teta. I don't know. But, you know. Now I'm falling in that I'm going down that rabbit's hole. Yeah, okay. Get back up. I'm going down that rabbit hole. I hear you. Hold on, Ryan. I'm going to make Ryan, Melissa, and Damien my moderators. I'm going to make you moderators to my channel because I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect for Melissa. I have a lot of respect for Ryan. Well, Ryan's one of my co-hosts. And I have a lot of respect for Damian Lee. And so let me come in here real quick. And add Melissa. Where is it? Damien. And and Ryan. Oh my God. Am I behind on? Was I behind on messages? My apologies. I'm having fun, enjoying hanging out with you guys. There's quite a few still in here. So Melissa, I didn't even bother asking. Melissa, Ryan, No Border Sports, and Damon Lee. I just promoted you guys to be moderators for my channel. If that's something you don't want to do, and I should have asked first, my apologies. If you feel that that's something you don't want to do, let me know in the comments or send me a private message, and I'll be happy to remove you. But if you don't mind, it'll be an honor to have Damian Lee, No Border Sports, and Melissa Rebel as my new moderators here on the Niner Sickness Podcast. No, they're not. Love Jawan Jennings. Yeah, he doesn't get the credit he deserves. I agree with you. He doesn't get upset with. Yeah, I hear you. Why did Cincinnati not kick the field goal? I didn't watch that game. It's on tonight, right? So I'm not watching it, so I got no clue. Look who it is. My brother from another mother. He's probably not even here anymore because it took me so long to get to this message. My apologies. Now, I have a lot of respect for a lot of people. A lot of people. All of you in here, I have respect for. But this guy, Kyle Benson, he's a Minnesota Vikings fan. But he's my brother from a different mother. I love him. We haven't met. We haven't hanged out. But I love his demeanor. He's a family man. He loves his team. He's a great father, husband. And I have nothing but respect for my friend, Kyle Benson. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. You're always welcome. Let me ask you guys, as I come to a close, and I start landing the plane. Let's say the Cardinals fire their head coach. And let's say D'Amico Ryans becomes available. You know where I'm already going with this. What are your thoughts of D'Amico Ryans staying within the division and playing us twice a year? Because that thought scares me. It scares me a bit. You know what? Talking about a quarterback getting screwed, that play or that call on Tom Brady, what the heck was that? That's going to be a controversial call now. Roughing the passer? I don't know if you guys watched that game today, but roughing the passer? Where? The defender did, even when the defender got up from the ground, he did not even push off Brady. And they called roughing the pass. I'm like, wow. Does Tom Brady have pull with the commissioner and the referees? Because that was crazy. Who's calling you Alf? Nobody should be disrespecting Eric. Eric's my boy. My brother, actually, from another mother. So please, I don't know who's calling me Alf one more time. Unless if you guys are playing around, then, but yeah. What's the score on that game? I haven't even paid attention to it. I don't know. Does OBJ really fit in with us? Honestly, I'm not saying he wouldn't be good for us, but would he really fit in? Man, I'm about to hit the 2-hour mark. I'm going to shut this down exactly at the 2-hour mark. I didn't realize it was 2 hours. Man, let's talk about time flies when you're having fun. And there's quite a few of you still in here. That is amazing. You're welcome. I'm just going to bring the messages up so you guys can read it amongst yourselves. So I'm trying to catch up before the 2-hour mark. Ah, look who it is. See? This is why I need to hurry up and move up. My boy, my brother from another mother as well, Dick Tracy. Welcome to the channel. I love this guy, man. This guy talks his masa, but he keeps it respectful. And that's what I love about this guy. Welcome, Dick Tracy. How you doing, sir? See what I'm talking about? Your bus boy, Danny Gray and Kinlaw. How are they looking these days? Puro pedo, man. Puro pedo. Okay, I just want to make sure I go through all these messages, make sure I don't leave nobody behind. Charge. Chances are the Turf Monster got Bosa and E-Man. Yeah, I maybe not so much on Bosa, but definitely an E-Man on the Turf Monster. But there's no worse than MetLife, in my opinion. Richie James. Yes, sir. Look at that, Damien. I love how we think. That's exactly who I was thinking about when I made the reference of our boy Ray McLeod right now. Richie James. Yep, that is not a compliment. Exactly. Oh, I know, huh? I know, Eric. I hear you, bro. My apologies, Eric. My apology. You're absolutely right. True. At least he wasn't Fifi. And I don't mean Jerry Rice either. I mean about the other Fifi. I think he's with the Giants right now, if I'm not mistaken. Got 2 in a row. Let's keep it going. Amigos, Niners are the best. Yep, back-to-back wins. Gotta take them, baby. Remember last year when we were 3-5 and we were kind of little bleed? We just got beat up at home by the Arizona Cardinals with their backup quarterback, and a lot of us were panicking. I remember my boy, and I was right with him, Jason Aponte, which I love and I respect. I respect him a lot. Love his show. One of his takes was, "We're done. We're done." That's it. He went live. This is not me making it up. He went live on his channel. The Niners are done. And I know that was emotion. And I was kind of with him. And they weren't done. They were just starting. So we didn't dig too much of a hole this time. But it always seems like we just get right with the Rams, doesn't it? Like the Niners are not doing so great. As soon as they play the Rams, they shift. Kind of like that when you're on a railroad track and the trains are going to go left instead of right, the track shifts. It's kind of like that when we face the Rams. We shift to the positive side. And now we're on a 2-game winning streak. Let's make it 3 against Atlanta. And then let's come home and handle Kansas City. I think we can do it, eh? Why? Because my daddy is bigger than your daddy. That's why. Remember, you guys ever remember that being a kid? Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Well, my dad will kick your dad's ass. Oh, my goodness. Talking all that crap as a kid. Special teams ain't special when... Yeah, I know. I hear you. Okay, I'm finally getting through these. I'm about 2 minutes to the 2-hour mark. I'm going to shut it down. You guys have been amazing. Oh, what was that? Jennings did great. Oh, he came in the clutch. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I thought you were saying something negative. I'm like, what? I was already getting defensive. But no, I agree with you 100%, David Villa. The Lamb's Cup empty. He runs empty. They aren't. They're terrible. I'm not even going to finish that sentence, bro, because it's a waste of my tongue talking about the Rams. Basura. Basura. Wagner and Ramsey are not the same either. You know what? That's a very good point. Pick 6 on back-to-back games. You're absolutely 100% correct, Mr. Eric Davis. The Niners, baby. That's all I can say. I'm going to finish the show with one video. Some of those that watched my show a few days ago probably have seen this multiple times. But somebody in here that hasn't, I think you'll enjoy it. Melissa, are they missing? Yes, they are. And Von Miller, especially Von Miller. Oh my God, look what it is. I almost missed you. Vinny, what's up, Vinny? Thank you for wiping your feet, my friend. Me and my 2-year-old daughter, Scarlett Rose, were repping our kiddo jerseys and enjoyed beating her grandma's Panthers. Ooh. You guys went against the abuela? What? You went against the abuela and then you guys beat her? Híjole. Híjole. But and then you guys did it with wearing kiddo jerseys? I guess that's okay. Owes her $1 now. There you go. Oh, and they're betting. Vinny, I'm not going to give you parental advice. But that's funny stuff right there. Having your daughter beat her grandma and betting money. I love it. Oh, that is a fun. Thank you for making money. That's funny stuff right there, Vinny. Yep, Melissa. Absolutely. All right, let me get through these really fast. Marcus. Hello, Marcus. How you doing, my friend? If you're still here, welcome to the channel. Good to see you. Just want to make sure nobody's left out. I'm just going to click on these really fast. If I missed one of your comments accidentally, please don't take it personally. It's not me not wanting to bring your comment onto the screen. It's me just running through them really fast, and I can possibly miss one on the way down. So, positive energy only. Exactly, my friend. You got it, Robert. No, I don't trust you. I don't trust Eric as my moderator. I don't trust Eric. He'll come over and take my cheese. For those that don't know, Eric's my boy. He's a friend of mine. We talk not as much as we should, but we do a show together. We haven't did it this year, but there's 4 of us that get together. We're a tight knit group, and Eric's part of that group. So me talking smack to Eric, it's nothing disrespectful. It's just he's my boy. I would trust Eric with the keys of my home. Not that I wouldn't trust you guys, but yeah, Eric. But not to my channel, Charlie Holmes. I don't want you to take my cheese. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. Jim Foster is gone. Warned him. Yeah. Thank you, David. And I have reinforcements coming in as moderators to help you out. And David, you've been doing an excellent job as one of my moderators. Nothing but respect for David McNew, but bringing reinforcements for you to monitor my channel. You guys are amazing. I don't mind anybody coming in here. I don't like to wear my, I don't get insulted easily. I don't wear my emotions on my sleeve. If you want to talk smack about my team and, this or that, that's fine. That's what football's about. Have fun. Go at it. But the minute you start making things personal, not so much. There's no need. There's never any need to be disrespectful to anybody just because we don't like each other's teams. And I have to sincerely question the mentality of somebody when they have to revert to that type of character, being a mature person. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it makes no sense. And see, Jim doesn't want here, let me show you. Jim doesn't want me to get my pit bull. Because if I get my pit bull right here, Cleo, if I get my pit bull, oh man, it is over for Jim, because she will lick him. That's all she does is lick. Lick, 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 lick. See that? She's the lick master. Huh, mama? Mwah. It's my baby. And, hold on, guys. I got backup. Come here. Let me show the backup. Come here. Let me show the backup. Let me show the backup. I got backup. There's the backup. Yep. If he gets by one, it won't get by the other. Those are my 2 girls, my 2 babies. Well, The poodle belongs to my wife, and the brown one is mine, although they still belong to all of us. Because when one of them messes up, I'm the one that gets in trouble. So, oh, I got you. I'm like, what? What did I do? All right, I won't mention it again, Melissa. No D'Amico. No D'Amico to the cards. My apologies. I tried to remove. Oh, they did. No worries, Dina. I believe if somebody does it first, it's harder. It won't show removed for the second person, but I believe David Menu took care of it. But thank you for stepping up as well. Dina is another moderator of mine. Now we have Melissa, we have Damien, and we added Ryan. But I think Ryan left. Ryan says, okay, I'm gone. I am gone. Oh, look who it is. Leslie. How you doing, Leslie? Welcome to the channel, my friend. Leslie lives not too far from where I live. She's amazing. She loves her Niners. And oh, look who it is. Tanisha in the house. What's up, Tanisha? How are the Falcons doing? They are not doing so good record-wise, but they're a sneaky type of a team. You know what that saying goes that how does it go? Okay, it's late for me. I can't. How does that phrase go? When you go to a team, you can lose. It's a trap game. There you go. This could be a possible trap game for us, Tanisha. But I expect Kyle and I expect D'Amico to handle their business, and we should be fine. We should be fine. But it could be a trap game. Ravens won. Wow, that was a close game. 19-17. Lamar Jackson was my quarterback in my fantasy league, and I needed him to score at least 25 points. I doubt he did so if that's such a low scoring game. All right, so I finally reached the bottom of all the comments. I went over by 8 minutes on the 2-hour mark. I appreciate everybody on here. You guys are amazing. Robert, let me make Robert one of the moderators as well. Where's Robert? There you go, Robert. There you go, Robert. Everybody part of the of my channel today, thank you for hanging out with me on this Sunday night. I enjoyed my time with you guys. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful, blessed night. May God bless you. May God bless your family. Have a wonderful week this week. Work. Always remember, be nice to one another. A smile can go such a long way in changing somebody's attitude or where they're feeling with a simple smile. All right, guys, I'm out of here. God bless you. Until the next Niner Sickness podcast. I am out.